I had a free Facebook group in the past. I never used it. No one else used it. It was dead. I shut it down. I didn't even archive it. I think I just removed all the members. Then I tried doing a free Telegram group because I thought maybe I would feel more active there. Same deal. That group was just dead. And all of a sudden, it's like it clicked when it clicked. And I realized what I needed to tweak and how I needed to look at this free Facebook group. And then I opened it and boom, in a matter of weeks, 184 members. Welcome to the Joyous Path to Millions podcast with me, your host, Emily June Wilcox, serial entrepreneur, 7-figure business owner, mindset junkie, creator of the Money Wound Medicine program, devoted mama of 2, and lover of coffee and crystals. My mission is to put more money in the hands of soulpreneurs through healing money wounds, building abundant businesses, and balancing masculine and feminine energy. When we do this, we collectively up-level the frequency of the planet and help usher in new paradigm wealth. Each week, a new episode will air featuring expert advice, live coaching, and guest interviews where we'll dive into honest money conversations and the behind-the-scenes truth of building our aligned fempires. We all deserve a healthy, empowered relationship with money so we can experience more freedom, pleasure, and joy on our joyous path to millions. So get ready and let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to the show. We are in the midst of a little fall heat wave. So I've got a fan blowing on me. I'm in a tank top. I actually really appreciate it because we had such a wet winter followed by months and months of gray, followed by a cool summer. So I'm like not quite ready for fall yet. And the idea of having a few more pool parties sounds pretty fantastic. But it is fall and I am here to recap September, celebrations and stretches style, as you know how we do. All right, jumping right in, we signed a very large, lucrative, exciting client at the agency in September. This is a brand that is not currently on Amazon, but they are projecting to do $10 million in year one because they have an incredible brand and name and reputation behind them. And this is the power of audience. This particular brand gets 2 billion YouTube views per month. So all of us who need a little inspiration on dreaming bigger in our businesses can dream into what it would be like to have 2 billion people watching our content every single month. So celebrating that and super proud of Jeff and the team for making it all happen. And it sounds like it's already going really well. There also was a day in September where Elevate signed 3 new clients in one single day. So again, shout out to Jeff and team. This is so exciting. You know, I was doing sales for Elevate up until the beginning of June, essentially. So it's really only been June, July, August, September, 4 months that Jeff has been fully doing the sales for Elevate. And he's hitting all kinds of records, which is so great and really here for it from an abundance perspective. One of my coaching clients actually just got 3 new clients in one day. So we are in the fall harvest season, baby. There is abundance all around. There are so many people that are ready to work with you, with me, with us, and it is time. I'm also celebrating that my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous new website launched in September. So I've had Rochelle on the show a couple times. You guys know she's my business bestie. She's also an incredibly talented branding and web designer. So I hired her probably in March of this year, and we've been working behind the scenes on an up-leveled brand and vibe, and then an up-leveled website to go along with it. And it's been such a gorgeous co-creation, and it's finally live. It is so, so, so pretty. I highly recommend that you go to emilywilcox.com so that you can see it. And if you're someone who's been wanting to get your website redone or new branding done, I highly would recommend that you reach out to Rochelle. She's on Instagram at Rochelle Serna. Do that before she is full for the rest of the year, which I think is pretty close to happening. So major celebration there. Also in September, I went to Korean spa with some girlfriends, which was so fun. If you've never been to Korean spa, it is an experience. It's really different than like a traditional spa experience. It's really funny. I am a full disclosure person because I think in order for you to enjoy this, you need to know what you're signing up for. But when you check in, they give you a towel and they give you what looks like a prison jumpsuit. And then they give you a wristband that has like a little locker key on it and it has a number. And so basically, right when you walk in, it's a very well lit locker room and you strip down fully naked. So you're not allowed to wear a swimsuit or anything else. And then you go into kind of the spa area where there's like a hot tub to soak in, there's a cold tub, there's sauna, there's steam room. And then if you've bought this package or whatever, they'll call your name. Well, actually, they call your number. So I always laugh. I'm like, it's just like being like treated like a piece of meat. It's like the cows that have the little ear tag that say what number they are, you know? So they'll be like number 110. And then you just go to this area where they put you on a table, again, fully lit, you're buck naked, and they just scrub your body from head to toe. And occasionally they'll like dump these like buckets of water over top of you and you can see like all of your gross gray dead skin going down the drain with this water, but you will be brand new after Korean spa. Your skin will feel so smooth. It's like they use almost, it's not quite like a Brillo pad. It's not that rough, but they use like a rough scrubby mitt and they just get like every last inch of your body. And then I did the massage combo. So then they massage in all this oil and lotion and they wash your hair and they put a face mask. They like paint a face mask onto your face and it's just heavenly. And it really helps me to get into the goddess priestess kind of a vibe of just being so lovingly cared for by other women. That was super fun. And we actually did it on the full moon. So as you know, the full moon energy is all about releasing, and we were physically releasing as well. So celebrating that. All right. I had such a fun friend / client sign up for the Rise retreat that's happening next week. She's a multi 7-figure per year business owner, and I'm so thrilled that she's going to be on retreat celebrating that. All of my clients are doing amazing, like just doing so well, swimming in leads, building their teams, really just stepping into new levels of abundance, building out their offers, taking aligned action, showing up on social media, building out funnels so that their $1 million year can be more automated. And it is just really fun to witness and to be a part of it and to see it all coming to fruition, which is why I named my mastermind Fruition. I love that word. It's got such juicy meaning to it and it's all happening and it feels so good. So celebratory. All right. I also opened a free Facebook group in the month of September and already have 184 members and so many great posts, so many great connections happening, lots of beautiful engagement. And it's funny, it just goes to show like I had a free Facebook group in the past. I never used it. No one else used it. It was dead. I shut it down. I didn't even archive it. I think I just removed all the members. Then I tried doing a free Telegram group because I thought maybe I would feel more active there. Same deal. That group was just dead. And all of a sudden, it's like it clicked when it clicked. And I realized what I needed to tweak and how I needed to look at this free Facebook group. And then I opened it and boom, in a matter of weeks, 184 members. Of course, it's going to continue growing. We will link it in the show notes. It is called Women Supporting Women in Business. So if you identify as a woman, if you identify as a business owner or entrepreneur, please come hang out in our group and you can share about yourself. You get to promote your business and you also get to connect with other incredible women business owners. So I brag, I already have a very thriving, beautiful free Facebook group in just a matter of weeks, which is wild. All right. In September, we also moved completely off of WordPress/MemberPress, which is where we had built out the Wealthy and Woo Club and the Wealthy Soulpreneur Society. And I think for some people, this wouldn't feel like a celebration because truth is, I spent so much time building it all out on that platform. I had assistants and other people helping me get it all just right, only to then not love it and want to move off of it. But here's the way that I look at it is we don't know how we're going to feel about a lot of things and how they're going to work until we try it. And I really believe that the person who runs the most experiments is going to hit the jackpot. It's like they talk about Thomas Edison and inventing the light bulb or whatever. And it's like he had to run thousands of experiments that didn't work before he cracked the code. And that doesn't make him dumb. And if he got super frustrated with each of those experiments, he never would have gotten to the result. But he just looked at it as even the negative feedback, if it not working, got him closer to the outcome. And I really look at it that way as well. I wrote all of the copy. I got the graphics all designed. I built incredible memberships. And now that stuff can essentially just be copied and pasted to a different platform that's a little bit more user-friendly, with the user being me and my assistant. The back end of MemberPress and WordPress for that purpose was very clunky. It required a lot of manual work in order to open the membership and close the membership. And each page, like if you were on the sales page and then you wanted to go to the order form, we had to make sure that every button was programmed in properly to get you over to the order form. Whereas most typical funnel builders understand that any button on page 1 takes you to page 2 of the funnel. So there were just lots of opportunities for human error, which is what I didn't love about it. But I wouldn't have known that unless we tried it. And so I am just celebrating the fact that we are off and we are cleaning up our back-end business systems and getting ourselves very poised for lots and lots of growth. So yay for that. All right, I'm going to jump down to my 2 stretches for the month, just because I don't like to end on the stretchy challenges. But there was a big one in September where Jeff really led the vision on this and was the leader for our family in us recognizing that we needed to step out of a friend group. And it was a decision that in some ways was a long time coming, but there was also so much grief around the finality of actually making that decision, and anxiety, fear, inner child stuff, and just sadness. And the analogy that came forward that's really helped support me in this is it's like having a boyfriend who you've been with for a long time. There's a lot of comfort. There's a lot of great memories. You get along well with his parents and his family. You've envisioned a life together, but then you start to just realize that he's not the one, like he's not the one that you want to marry. So even though there's a lot that's good, you don't envision that future the way that you used to. And then there's a few things that he does that make you feel yuck, where you're not feeling like you're treated the way that you should be treated. But there's still plenty of good as well. It's not like he's an a-hole. It's not like he's cheating on you. It's not like he is being abusive, like something where you could have a really hard line in the sand, like, okay, you're out, we're done. And I think those kinds of relationships that are good but not great, they're the hardest to let go of, because you have to let go of the good in order to make room for the great. And that's kind of how it's felt with this group of friends. It used to feel like, oh, we're going to be like the closest friends forever, and our kids are friends, and this is so great. And we would go on vacations together, and, we knew each other's parents and siblings and backstories, and, made so many incredible memories. And then there have been some situations where we have not been treated the way we wanted to be treated. And our kids haven't been treated the way that we want them treated. And we've felt excluded, and we've felt kind of lied to, or that there was just not honesty, not the level of honoring that we would like. And so we've been in this awkward in between for the last couple of years where we had taken a step back, but we weren't fully out. And we finally made the decision to just be out. And although that has come with the grief of the closure, it's also come with so much freedom on the other side of it and a much cleaner energy. And it's opened up so much space where I already see different friendships blossoming in a way that they weren't before. So that was a big one, a big one. Lots of releasing in September. And my other stretch in September is that I also released the contractor that I had working for Flowshul. As I've mentioned here a couple times, like I had my doubts, I was kind of questioning things a bit, and it just became really clear that she was not the one who was going to be able to grow this thing and really create content for my client that was up to my, we had to part ways. And parting ways is never easy. And those conversations, frankly, suck to have. I don't know that it ever gets any easier or that it should get any easier. But again, it was the right decision and it feels good to be on the other side of it. So those were my stretches for the month. Jumping back to a few more celebrations before we dig into the Monday. We got an Airbnb booking for our house over Thanksgiving that pays for our trip to Hawaii. So we'll be going to Hawaii, hanging out with Rochelle and her family and a couple other of our friends, Ashley, Vincent, who's been here on the podcast as well. They live in Hawaii now, so we'll visit them and we'll do a little family vacay. And it's so fun to have it paid for. And it just feels like such a win-win. We also had a couple really fun days at Disney in September with the kiddos, and it's all decorated for fall. There's a giant Mickey Mouse pumpkin when you walk in, and the characters, I think the characters aren't wearing costumes yet. I think they start with that in October, but like just a lot of fall harvesty kind of a vibe. And then of course the Haunted Mansion is all decked out for Halloween, using like the Nightmare Before Christmas theme. We had our brother and sister-in-law come out for an awesome visit. It was so fun. They're just like the bonus family that we never thought we were going to have. And we love them so much. And it's just so easy to have them visit. It's so much fun. Our sister-in-law is a really good pickleball player. So as Jeff and I have been getting into it, we were super excited to play with them. And we played so many times and just had an absolute blast. Jeff got to spend 2 nights out in the desert, camping with buddies. It was his first time taking his Bronco out to the desert, and he just had an absolute blast. And I'm so happy anytime I get to support him in going and getting away and hanging out with friends and just taking a couple days to not be a dad and not be a husband and not be a CEO and just be a human that's having fun and out in nature. And he just had the best time. And the last thing that I'm celebrating in September is that one of my dear friends and soul sisters who I met when I went to Egypt came to visit. And she's just so special to me. She's been helping me with writing my book, mainly with getting up the courage to actually do it and approaching it from the correct mindset. She's a very talented filmmaker, and she also has written her own book recently. And it's just such a beautiful soul sister relationship. We love each other so much. And we only had 24 hours. It felt like we needed 5 days to properly catch up. Nevertheless, I'll take it. And it was so beautiful and special. And of course, we did all of the priestess, goddess, woo-woo things, pulling cards, anointing ourselves with essential oils. And we also just went on long walks. We went and had sushi and watched the sunset. And it was the best visit. And she's actually going to come out again in a few weeks. And we're going to go to a women's empowerment conference together. And then she'll stay a couple nights here, which is awesome. Mostly for me, but also my kids fell in love with her too. So they're like, when is Sarah coming back? All right. The Monday for September for coaching was $15,507 cash collected. For the agency, it was $63,921 cash collected. for a total of $79,428. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. We receive more, please. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. If there's anything that you've been celebrating or any stretches that you just want witnessed and honored, feel free to slide into my DMs and share what's going on. I would love to celebrate with you or witness you as you're going through a stretch. If you want to share a financial win, those are my favorites. There's lots of people that don't talk about their money the way that I do, but they do with me. So they will slide into my DMs and celebrate a big financial win or signing a new client. And I just absolutely love to be that person. So if you ever want someone that you get to share and talk about money openly and freely with, use my DMs. I will be that person. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and listening, and I will talk to you soon. Listeners like you have made this a top 3% global podcast. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave a review. I also love hearing listener feedback, so feel free to slide into my DMs on Instagram @mmakesmoney. If you would like to explore hiring me as your money healer and business mentor, hit the link in the show notes or head to explore.emilywilcox.com. Until next time, I'm sending you all the magic money vibes on your joyous path to millions.